Tuesday. It's Tip Tuesday, y'all. You know what that means. We're going to learn some photography tips today. And let me tell you what we're going to be learning. What is our topic for today? Let's get it on the screen. And here we go. Today we'll be talking about preparing for the journey, choosing the right gear for lightweight travel. That's what we'll be talking about today. So hang in there and we'll be here. We probably will just be a quick show. I don't know. We'll go with the feel as we always do. And so I'll just remove that for now. And so welcome into the building. Let's see who's in the building. And hey, the first person in the building with a gold today is the wonderful, wonderful Tanya. Miss Tanya Moore. Welcome, my dear. Welcome. And let's see who's over in the Instagram world. Hannah's in the Instagram world. Hannah, what are you doing over in Instagram? What are you doing over there? Let me also put in that little note so that when people are in Instagram, they know to visit and where to go to our channel. So let me put that in there really quick. And Instagram, here we go. Join us on YouTube. Need to get that. I gotta get my systems back. I gotta get everything. I have to get all my routine back. You know how it is when you are on the road and now you're settling in. Okay, there we go. It says post it. And now I'm gonna pin it. There we go. For all those folks that join us over in the wonderful land of Instagram. Okay, so there she is. There's Hannah with her silver. Hannah gets the silver today. She says, "Good day, good day." She says, I thought I was in YouTube. You weren't in YouTube. Hey, she is in the building. She gets the bronze this today, and she says, "Good morning. Just stopping by before the fun starts." Nice, nice. What are you doing today, G? What are you up to today? I have to tell you, here in Namibia, like I said, it was a heat wave. And so now the temperatures is cooling off, which is really good. And so today I just felt out of it. I guess because yesterday I put 2 days straight of almost 3 mile walks. And so that was today I just needed to rest, and I'm doing that. So welcome in the building. If you're in the building for the first time, make sure you hit subscribe. Also, if you're here, make sure you hit like. It lets the algorithms know that we are here and we're having a discussion and we are in a community and all that good stuff. So a lot is in the news. And can I just talk about the Orange Man for just one moment? I know we don't want to talk about the Orange Man. I don't like talking about the Orange Man these days, but the Orange Man is a. Can I just talk about the audacity? The audacity of starting a war and then asking people to join you and then get upset with them like all the other world leaders because they're not. This is not their war. And it was an unnecessary war. It was an unprovoked war. And now he's upset with them because they won't join him in his crazy. That's privileged mindset on another level that none of us understand. That's privilege. Can I just say it out loud? It's white privilege. that's that's white privilege on a level that none of us can identify with. No one. No one. My friends who are Caucasian, my friends who are white, they can't even no one can identify with that audacity. The audacity. Um, DL Hughley had a nice post on. You just can't believe someone would do it. It's just that's a whole nother mind. That is like living on another planet. That's like another world crazy. Gwendolyn says, man, he out here trying to to be Big Daddy Billy and messing with the wrong people. He's out here trying to be Big Bad Billy and messing with the wrong people. You summary. That's a good summary. Oh my gosh. I mean, is that audacity on another level? And bragging that he won, and now you want help. Morons, says Gwendolyn. Non-human behavior. Tanya says non-human behavior. Hello, Kimmy Kim. Kimmy is in the building. She is in the building. You can't make this stuff up. This is like a bad movie without this is I said this man is getting upset. He's getting upset with England, UK, getting upset with Germany, getting upset with all the people that are saying, we're not being a part of this. This is not our war to be had. We're not getting involved. And got the nerve to did pout and have a tantrum and said, that's why I don't like NATO, because we're always helping them. His stupidity doesn't realize the only time NATO has gathered together under the name of NATO was to help America after 9/11. It's the only time. So the only time NATO has come together was to help America. This man is as dumb can be. You can't make this up. I just had to I just had to say it. It was on my mind, and it was like I could not I could not believe what I was listening to yesterday, this morning. Because I'm listening to the world news, so I'm looking at um, BBC, Al Jazeera, all those, and they're giving you the true news, and you're like, people around the world are like, man, we ain't gonna ever. America's never going to live this down. Not in our lifetime. Not in our lifetime. G says, real talk. This is what mediocrity gets you. This is how expensive racism can be. The true cost has yet to be totaled. Mm. We're spending billions of dollars. Is it a day? Billions. And then you get the audacity yesterday to hear the next level. I'm going to take Cuba. I can take Cuba anytime I want, and I can do whatever I want with it. You're like, this cannot be reality. This cannot be the real world. This is but the world of Bizarro. I can take Cuba. Wait, first of all, you just made enemies in Venezuela. You just made enemies in Iran. And now you're thinking about invading Cuba and taking it by force and doing what you want to do with it? What the hell is going on? Oh man, Classic is in the building. She says, blessed and good day all. And Gwendolyn says, cost is more than money. I'm talking lives lost, like that family. I watched the family of the black soldier, Air Forceman that died in the airplane crash. And the father said, this was an unnecessary war. We lost our son to an unnecessary war. We lost our baby because of an unnecessary war, because this man just says, I want to have a war. You got A life, 6 lives, 8 lives, 11 lives, I think, altogether now that we know of that they're telling you because there's rumors that hospitals in Germany are full of soldiers. I don't know if you guys are getting that in America, but they're saying Germany, there's a lot of people in the hospital. So just so that you guys know what's happening outside of America, yeah. Kimmy says he don't want to be a NATO. What does he expect, right? Chris R is in the building. She says, "Hi Ron, sorry I'm late. That's okay. You don't have a timestamp to be here. But just come. It's always good when you're here. It's always good when you're here. Again, make sure you hit the like if you're in the building." Kimmy Kim says, "What does he expect? He's a fool. He doesn't expect anything. He has no expectations. He's a fool." Hannah says, "Good morning, Classic Jim." Chrissy says, "There is a bounty on his head." They said it out loud. Yes. They said, "We are not missing next time." The son of the Iranian president, or the Shah, or not say Shah, but the president, the leader, the holy leader, said, you killed my father. You're going. You're we are going to be unalived when we get on our terms. Kimmy says the dummies in government standing firm, standing with them, is absolutely insane. Debbie says, this Debbie Q is in the building. She says, "Hi, Ron. He's very consistent. It's up, what was it? Pacify. Oh, it's TP pacify his MAGA followers. Two. Is to pacify his MAGA followers, asking other countries to sacrifice their men and women in uniform so he could avoid calling for boots on the ground by our own." That's some audacity on a level. That's audacity like I've never seen it. Like I've never seen it. G says, "These are not forward-thinking people. Nope, they are only they live from the moment to moment. They have no idea what's coming their way. When those mega people start losing their sons and daughters, then they'll think twice, but it'll be too late then." Chris R says, "How long can they hide the hundreds of lives lost?" I don't know, but in other countries, they're saying that they say the death toll is higher, but they say also that there are a lot of U.S. soldiers in the hospitals in Germany. Greetings all, says our wonderful Jay Fisher. And Dr. Tachi's in the building. She says, "Good morning, all. Good morning or good evening." Live at 5 here. And yeah, Debbie said he's on a major power trip. Power trip. And good. Thank you, Dr. Tachi. Good evening to you, Ron. Yes, it is live at 5. Can you believe it? I have my own live at 5 show? Live at 5. Oh, I can't believe it. Anyway, um, Janice says 13 is the mainstream media count. Okay, so it's 13 that have passed away now, and counting, because there are a lot of people in those in the I think it's one German hospital that they have for the military, for the American soldiers. G says, "Hey Janet, Kim, Kimmy, and Dr. Tachi. Good job. I see you in the building." Okay, Hannah. Okay, I see. Okay, we're all caught up. Hey, Kelly A is in the building. What's up, Kelly? Kelly A is in the building. She says, "Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good evening, Ron." So I just had to come out the gate with that because I was just stumped. I don't know if I was stumped. I was just like, this is audacity. That's all that came. That's all that went through my head. The audacity. Debbie says, "Yes, France and Turkey too are reporting mass casualties in the thousands that aren't being reported here." Yep. Yep. There's a lot that we there's a lot that America doesn't know what's going on. They're not telling you the news. They're not telling you the news. They're not giving you the information. They are not telling you the news. And places like Israel, I heard through the news meet sources on TV, the devastation in Tel Aviv and in those places is worse than you're seeing because they're not allowing reporters to, if you are caught photographing or videotaping the what's happening in Israel, you will go to prison. Talking about controlling the news, you will go to prison. So there's a lot going on that the rest of the world cannot see because they don't want you to see it. And Chris R says, "Oh, and they are trying to arrest Tucker Carlson." I saw that. I saw that in the news. Why? Does anybody know why they're trying to arrest Tucker? I know Tucker's been shouting some rough stuff against the White House. So, but Tucker also wants to become president. They said Tucker might run for office and run against this president. Well, he can't run against Vance, but they said Vance is a hopeless case. He cannot run. But this is interesting. Yeah, I did see that go across my feed that the arrest for Tucker Carlson. I was like, what? Do you know one of my good buddies was roommates with Tucker in college? The stories. My buddy, could you imagine Tucker with a black roommate in college? They were both studying journalism together. And all the stories, I will not talk about those stories, but the stories. Tucker. G says, just read the counterterrorism center head just resigned. Really? Really? Interesting. Things are going to get heated. Chris says they said he spoke to people in Iran before the war. Well, he has a right to talk to whoever he wants to talk to. He's an American citizen. No war was declared. No war has been declared. The only one that can declare war is the Congress. Message on your phone from Chase Bank Updates. Congress. Congress is the only one who can declare war. And you cannot, this moron thinks you can say Chase Bank Updates. Treason? Treason for what? You can't say anything about treason. No way. No way. There's no such thing as treason. If you haven't declared war, you can only charge treason after declaration of war by the Congress. Just saying. Just saying. They say he spoke to okay before. Dr. Taji says JD can't get a proper haircut and suit, let alone run the country. That's why they're keeping the old trash bag in office because they can't. You don't have a VP. You don't have a sound VP to take the moron's place. He's just as much as a clown. Here's a strategy. The Speaker of the House. Right now, Mike Johnson is the Speaker of the House, correct? So let's say they got rid of Trump and then they got rid of Vance. Then Mike Johnson will become president. Now, this is worse. They can't do anything because you have three absolutely horrible people. But what could happen? This is fiction. This is like a movie. I'm just saying, if I was writing a script, I'm not doing this. But if I was to write a script, hopefully if there's a midterm election, hopefully if there is a midterm election, Hakeem Jeffries probably will be the Speaker of the House. Now, in a good novel, in a good was it Chansey? In a good Chansey novel, this is how it would play out. They would take out the president, or he'd fall ill. And then the vice president happens to be overseas doing something, and he is gone, meaning something happens to him. He's overseas. The president falls ill. Both of them are gone. And then Hakeem Jeffries will become the president of the United States. How ironic would that be? Oh, could you imagine MAGA? Oh, MAGA would lose their minds because they would be like, another black president? No way. He got there. How did he get there? Just saying. Just saying. In a Tom Chansey movie, in a Tom Chansey novel, the president is the president falls ill. The VP is in an accident somehow. And then the Speaker of the House, which is now Hakeem Jeffries, becomes the President of the United States, third in line to the presidency. Is that just wishful thinking? That's a good script, y'all. That's a good script to a good book, to a good movie. Just saying. Just saying. Yes, Sandy, okay, willing to read MJ. That's why I said MJ. He's even worse with with a shaggier haircut and more awful suit. And then he says, Chris says, I'm disappointed in Hakeem. Yeah, I am. But guess what? If he becomes the president, I'm not going to be upset. Jeffries is useless, and I have to tell you, I've been very disappointed. Hakeem Jeffries was my congressman. I've even photographed him. So I'm invested. But I am so disappointed in Hakeem Jeffries. So yes, we are all in the same boat in being disappointed. But if he's elected to become the Speaker of the House, and fate can make that Tom Chansey novel come to reality, I don't know. Have any of you read Tom Chansey novels? Have you seen any of these great movies over the years back when Tom Chansey was writing these amazing books? Janice says, I could live without Jeffries, but no, if we have to wait. He's the most likely person to become the Speaker of the House in the midterm elections. And if that happens, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm just saying. I'm just a nobody, just here in a podcast, just hanging out with folks, just thinking, what would Tom Clancy do? How would Tom Clancy write this novel? Just saying. But yeah, how many of you are Tom Clancy fans? Have y'all ever read his books? Have you Air Force One? What's the other one? There's a bunch of them. I can't get them all. My brain, once I start thinking, I can't remember. And anything that Harrison Ford was in, most likely was a Tom Clancy movie. Was it October? Something, Red October? There's a bunch of them. Give me the names of some of these Tom Chansey books. They're just amazing writing. Dr. Chachi says, in the words of Jesse Jackson, you are somebody, Ron. I am somebody. I am somebody. See, right? Did y'all see all the Tom Clancy movies? Oh my gosh, all those movies. And it's always dealing with the presidency. They're always dealing with the presidency and the CIA. Mm, I'm just saying, I just love Tom Clancy. And I'm thinking about it right now. How can this president be taken? How can he be removed from office? That's the best way to say it. How can this president be removed from office in a Tom Clancy novel? I have never heard of any of his books. No? Dr. Tachi. Really? Jesse says, will we even make it to the midterms? This clown is doing the most. Yes, he is doing the most. Yes, he is doing the most. She says the most. Okay. If I could have written a novel, it would have been Biden stepping down in the 2023 and let Kamala be the president. Chris, I've said that to all of my friends. I've been at dinner parties, I've been at networking events, I've been in family gatherings, and I've said this from the very beginning that Biden should have after he lost the midterms, he should have simply said, I am the transitional president, like he said he was going to do. I am the transitional president, and I am relinquishing my title as president. And now Kamala Harris will become president of the United States of America. That way, she would have had 2 years to prove herself. But then she still would have to run for the office. But she would have already been in the seat for 2 years. And Americans would have got used to having a woman president. But Biden was too selfish. Too selfish. Too selfish. I said that from the very beginning. I've been saying this for years. Biden should have stepped aside after year 2. That would have been a true transitional president. And the legacy he would have left for himself to be on the side of the first Black president and then initiating into office the first Black woman president. He couldn't see the vision. I had the vision. I told my friends, I've been saying this for years. But you know what they say about if? My, my college professor, no, it was high school professor. He was so bad. I'm going to leave that thought alone. I'm going to leave what my high school teacher said about if. It's almost unresistible to say. I want to say it, but I can't. I don't know if I should. Oh, if my teacher, he had a way with words, and the way he used to make us think about what we were saying. Like if you said you were asking somebody, he would say, "Nope, you cannot ask me because you'll kill me, and then I'll be murdered." And then he says, "You can't ask me anything. You have to ask me." But then he would say, "If." Should I say it? I think I should say it. No, I think I can get away with it. So he used to tell us. Obviously, it's a mostly boys' school, and he says to make his point, never to say if. This is what he was teaching us. He said, If my if my auntie had balls, she would be my uncle. And we were like, "What?" But he's right. If his auntie had balls, she would be his uncle. And he used to always say, forget the if, make things happen. Operate in the real world. The if. He said, drop the if. That's what my teacher used to say. So I'm just quoting him. But he used to say, if my auntie had balls, she would be my uncle. Anyway, don't know what that's about, but anyway, just wanted to share it. Chris says the doomsday plane is already in the Middle East. Mm, 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 mm. Jelly says that would have been wrapped up in so much litigation and it would never have happened. It would have happened. It would have happened. It would have been easy for him to resign. Whoever resigns, while if the president decides to resign in office, Kamala Harris would have became president. Yes. There would be no if, ands, or buts about it. She says, back to work. Enjoy the day, everyone. Bye, my work. My work wife is leaving me. My work wife is leaving me. Again, if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like and make sure you hit subscribe if this is your first time seeing this platform or visiting us. Okay, are you guys ready for your Tip Tuesday? It's time for Tip Tuesday. Okay, I got it. We did enough news. We did enough talking and chatting. It's time. It's time for your Tip Tuesday. So get your pen, get your papers, get your pointers, get your S pens, get it all, and we're going to talk photography. It's all about photography, y'all. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if I can pop this up a little. Can I get that? Is that going to be too big? Let me check. Let me check on this and see how big this is. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're going to be good. Let me see. Let's check on that. I think it's fitting properly. Okay, let's see. Okay, so class, we're talking. So notice I do not have I used to have um my little presentation stuff. But I said, you know what? I'm not going to now that I'm traveling, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel twice. So the Patreon community already received this lesson this morning, your time. So they already have this, and so you can follow along. All the Patreon folks can follow along with the you should have gotten an email that has this lesson for you. So let's do it together. Okay. The first thing we're going to talk about, first of all, the title of this is Preparing for the Journey, Choosing the Right Gear for Lightweight Travel. And this is so important, guys, because when you think about travel and your photography, you only have a certain amount of space and weight to carry. So you have you have parameters that you have to work with when you are traveling. Different airlines don't allow things, certain airlines do. You have to have light equipment, like stuff. So let's start right here. Let's start with this. This is our Touch Base Daily creative tips for photographers on the move. First one, here we go. Travel photography is a dance between readiness and restraint. Can I tell you that that restraint should be in capital letters. Travel photography is a dance between readiness and restraint. The goal isn't to carry everything. It's to carry what lets you stay present, nimble, and open to the story unfolding in front of you. Here are tips for our community can use to pack smarter and shoot with intention. Number one, start with your purpose, not your gear. The first thing you need to think about when you go traveling with you say travel photography, the first thing you want to know is what is your purpose? Before choosing equipment, ask what? What story am I traveling to tell? Is it street life? Is it landscapes? Is it portraitures or portraits? Is it architecture or a mix? Your purpose determines your kit, meaning what you're going to carry, and keeps you from overpacking. So you need to have a targeted purpose of why you are doing what you're doing. What is your purpose? The purpose first, then the gear. The purpose first. Can I say it again? Can you say it with me, class? The purpose first, the gear comes after. That's number one. Number two, choose a lightweight, versatile camera body. Now, my camera is in the other room, and I promised myself, because of the mixed audience, and people know that I'm traveling, and I try not to, for security reasons, I don't want to share my equipment online. So normally, if I was home in my house, I would share my equipment, but because I am on the road and I'm traveling, and this is a public forum, I don't want people to know all of my business. Now, we were in our membership page, hint, hint. Only people that have access to our membership could do it. So again, that's a reminder. If you guys are interested in becoming members of this channel, there's a little tab that says membership. Click on membership, become a member of this channel because now we have that capability. Okay, that was a commercial break. Okay, choose a lightweight, versatile camera body. Look for bodies that offer strong, low light performance. I can't tell you how important that is. I cannot overemphasize how important this is. Strong, low light performance. The great thing about these smartphones is that they are low light performing instruments and tools. They are built for low light. But you do have cameras that also have low light, and that will be determined a lot also by your lenses, but we'll go into that later. Weather sealing. I'm in the desert. It is important that I have the proper sealing between my lens and my body so that dust doesn't get in. Also, if it's raining, I don't want rain to get into the body of the camera. So you want to make sure all of the camera has its weather sealing. Like some have just tight connections, some have rubber seals, some have, depending on the brand and make of the camera. Weather sealing is important when you are traveling as a photographer. Here's the next one. Fast auto focus. Can I tell you why that's so important? Because things are happening so fast when you are traveling. You can see something flash by you, like, oh, I gotta take the picture. Take the picture. But the picture requires a fast auto focus. So if you go to your camera store and you tell them, I'm going to be out in the field, I am going to be a travel photographer, get a fast auto focus. I have a Nikon. It is a very fast auto focus. It will, if I move my camera a certain way, it will know that there's a human in front of it, and it will automatically focus immediately like that. So it's important. Now you're gonna pay more money for these, what I call nomenclature of abilities for your camera. The next one is a compact foam factor. Compact meaning small, not big and bulky. Like my older cameras, like my old DSLs, were bulky. And so here we go. Mirrorless systems shine here. They keep you agile without sacrificing quality. The beauty of the mirrorless cameras, less bulky. This was something I had to make my adjustments when I was photographing the photo that was for the New Yorker. When I went to Iceland, I had a big bulky camera. I had to go out and buy a new camera for that volcanic eruption expedition because I needed a light camera in my backpack to be able to navigate and hike. So mirrorless cameras are the best for lightweight and less bulk. Okay, let's go to the next. Number 3. Pick 2 lenses that do the most. Let's say this for again. Don't be like the other some photographers out there that gotta have 1,000 lenses. No. And this is also even for those who practice street photography in your own local, because a lot of times what we do as travel photographers is also can be carried over to being a street photographer or photojournalism, right? Capturing the story in the city. Okay, so here we are traveling. Pick 2 lenses that do the most. Here we go. A smart 2 lens setup covers 90% of travel situations. What's the first lens you should have? A wide angle lens, 24 millimeter or 28 millimeter for architecture, landscapes, and environmental portraits. A wide angle lens, 24 millimeter or 28 millimeter. And then the next one is a fast prime, a 35 millimeter, which is I use all the time, or a 50 millimeter I take with me because I can't take my big 85 millimeter lens that I have at home. I don't take that. It stays home. But in case I need to do portraitures of people, I can take out the 50 millimeter and I can get beautiful portrait shots with my 50 millimeter. So 35 millimeters, 50 millimeters, they're fast primes because also you have a low f-stop, right? You can get that f-stop low, get it like 2. You can for low light street moments and storytelling. If you prefer only one lens, I have one of these 24 to 70 millimeter is the ultimate all-rounder lens. Okay, let me see where you guys are. I know I've been talking a lot. So let me see what you guys are thinking and what you guys are saying in here. Hey, Anthony's in the building. What's up, fellow photographer? Okay, and Dr. Tachi says, exactly, because who wants to carry 10 million lenses? Exactly, Dr. Tachi. Exactly. Let me get this Tip Tuesday off the screen. No, you guys can see it, right? You can see it. I can leave it there so people know what's going on here. Okay, let's go to the next thing. Number 4. We're halfway there, y'all. We're halfway there. Keep accessories minimal but mighty. Minimal but mighty, meaning they are small. Like, when I'm home, I have a mic. When I'm home, I have my mic when I'm doing my podcast, but because I'm doing my podcast abroad and I'm traveling, light and minimal. Same thing with your camera. Here we go. Pack items that punch above their weight. Extra batteries, lightweight but essential. Your batteries, extra batteries, make sure they're the light ones. A small, durable SD card case. I have 3 of them. I'm backing up everything. But SD card cases. Number 3, over there in the corner is my microfiber cloth. You guys seen me with my microfiber cloth. So you can wipe down your keyboards, wipe down your phones, wipe down your camera. If it's raining, you can wrap that microfiber cloth around the camera and take pictures. I'll never forget. I was in Iceland. When I was in Iceland, I was photographing landscapes. And then what happened? It started to pour down raining. It rained so hard, but I still wanted to get that shot. I took that high quality microfiber cloth, wrapped my camera with it, and I kept shooting. Then I had another one in the bag that when I got into the car, I was able to wipe it down dry. So I always have 2. Well, I really have 3 of them. There's 2, one over there, one in the bag, one in the other bag. I keep those everywhere. Um, Next one, a compact travel tripod or a mini stabilizer. I have both with me. I have a tripod and I have a stabilizer because at one point I'm going to go out into the countryside to photograph the Milky Way. I can't wait to photograph the Milky Way. But you got to have a tripod to do that. You cannot take astronomical photos without a tripod. You need a tripod. Now, a mini stabilizer or a monopole, you can use that for your everyday stuff. But it's nighttime, you want a steady hand, you want a low shutter speed, and so therefore you need to hold your camera steady, have that pole with you, and you'll be able to do that. Okay, take your notes. Like I said, I have all this stuff around, but I just don't want to share it on video. But I'm telling you that this is how I travel. A lightweight sling or crossbody strap for comfort. Very important, y'all. You guys always see me with my clip. My camera, I can twist it, lock it into the holster, and it sits there. I can jog, run, move around. It's not coming out of the holster. Or you can get a nice sling or strap for your camera, some that come across and wrap, and attach it midway so it offers stability. But everything should be lightweight. Everything should earn its place, meaning you're not just carrying anything just to be carrying for just decoration. Everything you carry in your bag has a purpose, and not only a purpose, but in a lot of cases, multiple purposes. Okay, let's go to the next one. Is anyone learning anything today? Let me pause and say what you guys are saying here. I hope you guys, if you have a question, please, you're sure to ask questions. I see Anthony says, the Tamron 35 to 150 millimeter f2 to 2.8 is a game changer. Oh, I don't know about this one. I have the Tamron 100 to 400. Whoa, a 35 to 150 at an f2? Ooh, that must be expensive. Ooh, that's an expensive one. That has to be an expensive lens. Um, Anthony says, Milky Way shots can have a 30-second or more exposure time. So you definitely need the tripod. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. It's so good to have a photographer in the building. Come on, photographers. Let me see what the Instagrammers are saying. Are those Instagrammers over there? Are they saying anything? Are they learning something? Are you Instagrammers learning something? If you want to learn more, come on over to their YouTube channel, YouTube at RonLouis Photos, or just put in Ron Foster. It will come up under YouTube. Okay, let's go. Let's continue the lesson. Let's continue with the lesson. This is of all things the most important. Well, all these are important, but this has to be the most important. Next to the camera, backup without bulk. Instead of carrying heavy drives, like those big ones, those external drives you have at home on your desk, you can't carry those. Use dual card slots for in-camera redundancies. For those that are interested in buying a camera, make sure that your camera has a dual card slots, meaning you can put a card in both channels, 2 slots for 2 separate cards. And with that, you can either have that extra card as an overflow, or you can take pictures on both cards, and one card acts as a backup. So that way you can always save your extra, your images, say, your images on a card, an extra card in case the one of those cards gets damaged. Anything can happen. And the worst thing to do is to be somewhere taking a photo that you're not going to be able to just go and do it again, right? If you're on a safari, or if you're in some particular place and you're only going to be there for 24, 48 hours, and you're probably not going to be back to that place for another 5 or 10 years, you need to back up your cards. So make sure when you buy when you buy your camera, or you travel photographer want to bees, make sure your camera has dual card slots. Okay? Redundancy is important when it comes to your memories, your memory cards. Okay, also, or a pocket size SSD. Now you can get them small, large. I have some of these. I have the little ones, little cards, but I have like cards that I got the I always use SanDisk. SanDisk is my favorite brand. I use that one, or Lexar. Lexar also has a great reputation for great SD cards. Okay. Also, cloud backup when Wi-Fi allows. So the great part about being in our world today is that you can back everything up in the cloud. I pay extra, especially because I'm traveling, for my OneDrive and my Google. And everything that I put on my or upload everything immediately from my camera. It goes onto my phone. It goes up into the cloud, and everything gets saved in case something gets damaged, or backed up in your cloud. You can always reduce your cloud storage after your travels. But if you are going to travel, you need to pay extras, usually like $5 extra or $10 extra. It's okay to pay the $10 extra for a couple of months if you're away for a couple, like I'm away for 4 months. So $40 is not going to kill me adding another terabyte or 2 terabytes of saving the memory cards. Just saying, $40 is worth saving your work. So here we go. Your memories deserve protection without weighing you down. Number six. And let me see what you guys are saying about that. Let me see what you guys are saying about that. Oh, Tanya's got her hands. Tanya says, yep, big up, big up. Okay, next one. Next one. I hope you're learning. I hope you're learning. The next one is prepare for weather, not wait. A simple rain cover or even a shower cap can save your gear. Can I just even, most of the rain covers that you can put over your camera, they're nothing more than an extra passageways. They're just like shower caps. But if you can only afford a shower cap, put that shower cap on your camera. Cut a hole out, put the shower cap on, you'll be fine. Okay? But that's just a quickie. But they do make rain covers for your camera. They have like the little gear. It sticks out in the front so you can put your camera and slide it through it, and then your camera is protected. That came in handy when I was photographing in Zimbabwe, when I was traveling years ago. But now they made them even better. But it's just a plastic bag, and you tie it tight, covers your camera. And then when I was in Zimbabwe, I was photographing the Victoria Falls. And Victoria Falls, if you have never been there, is misty at all times. So there's always mist. So you want to cover your camera. A lightweight scarf can double as lens protection, shade, or a backdrop. You ever seen some of the, you see it mostly in Middle Eastern countries, or people that just have stylish with the big scarves, like the wrap around, put it on your head, wrap around your neck in case there's a sandstorm. In my case, I probably need one for here because we do get sandstorms here in Namibia, here in Swakopmund. So, but a lightweight scarf can do two things though. Think about this. You can take that scarf, whether it's, let's say it's a burgundy scarf or a gray scarf or a black scarf. You can take that scarf, put it up against a wall, a fence, and then use it as a backdrop for portrait photography. So if let's say you want to take pictures of people in the village or people that are on the go, and you want to do portrait shots on the go, take that black scarf, that gray scarf, that whatever that scarf is, and make it your backdrop. You can take two clothespins, whatever, or paper clips, put it to the wall, and then a person stands in front of it, and it's like you had a studio right there. And no one will know it's your scarf as the backdrop. Just saying. Hope you're taking notes. I hope you're taking notes. I think that's a good idea. Hello. Oh, and Anthony says shower caps and gaff tape. Gaff tape is very important. Yes, especially among photographers. Gaff tape, GAFF tape, and shower caps. So that's for the rain. But guys, that is so important on the backdrop. I think the backdrop is so cool. I think that's so cool. Okay, number 7, we're near the end. We're near the end, y'all. Hang with me. Hang with me. Number 7, choose a bag that moves with you. Now, let me just go through it and then I'll tell you my thoughts of this. Look for lightweight build. You have a backpack, it's lightweight, you can maneuver, and you can feel it. So that way, if someone happens to try to touch your bag, you can feel it because it's part of you. Make sure your bag is snug on your body so you can feel when someone's tampering with it. Especially if you're in the city environment, important. Quick access pockets. Pockets in the front, pockets on the side, pockets in the middle. Like I have a bag has pockets on the inside, but it has sub pockets on the inside in case I am that someone takes a knife and because this happens. They take a knife real quick, slash the bottom of your bag empties out into their bag, and then they keep moving and you keep moving and you don't know you've been heist until you stop and say, "Wait a minute, why is my bag so light?" Uh-uh. You need a bag that has like layers on the inside pockets. So if someone slashes the bottom, you're not losing. You just put your worthless stuff on the bottom, like the the micro fiber cloths or towels or your jacket, maybe something that something quick, something that you don't care about. You put that at the bottom of the bag, and then your camera is in the layer slots, so it never hits the bottom of the bag. Just throwing that out there. Quick access and pockets, a design that blends in these less attention, more freedom. You don't want your bag to look like a camera bag. So I don't bring a camera bag. I bring my city urban insulated bag so that way I can blend in with the people. You don't want a photography bag because people that are thieves know what a photographer's bag looks like, especially if they're targeting photographers. You want to blend in to your surroundings and the people around you. So make sure you have a bag that blends in, color that blends in. Here's another one. Enough structure to protect, but not so much that it slows you down. Again, compact, tight, strong. Put the bag on your shoulders. If you're in crowds, you take the bag and put it to the front, and you have the bag in front of you so that no one can heist you from the rear. Your bag should be in the front, straps to the back. Okay? Your bag should feel like a companion, not cargo. Eight and not the least of it all. This is what we do. This is what we do. Are y'all ready for number 8? Should I just wait? Should I ease into number 8? Number 8's not that complicated. Let me see what you guys are saying about number 7. Okay, Dr. Tachi says she loves the gaff tape. She loves the gaff tape. Okay, so also hope you guys are taking notes. Again, these you're getting some good information. If you want to be a travel photographer, if you want to travel on the road with your photography, you want to get your camera lenses out there, you want to be out there in these streets. Last but not least, here we go. Last but not least, leave space for serendipity. Love this. Don't pack your curiosity out of the frame. The lighter you travel, the more you see, and the more you're able to respond to the unexpected moments that make travel photography magic. Magic. Don't be so bulky. I only carry when I get to my destination, in my luggage, I keep a backpack in my luggage so that when I get to my destination, like I said, I have my unassuming backpack. Now, we Americans are known for our backpacks, and people in Europe have those backpacks too. So, in places like Africa where there are no backpacks, people don't really wear backpacks here. I have to always balance I weigh, do I want to carry a big camera out or do I want to have a backpack? I choose a backpack. So I don't have to have my camera out. But most people in the African countries and a lot of European countries, most of the men have small little bags, like little bags that they carry around their chest, a little bag about this big. No one's carrying a backpack for a lot of cases. So you still will stand out, but if you can lessen your ability to stand out, get something dark, something that just looks like everybody else's. Okay? And I let's go for some Q&A, and then we're gonna get out of here. That's some Q&A time, and we're getting it out of here. I hope you got some information that you could I know you got information you can use. It's up to you to use this information. Um, yes. Oh, Anthony says lower pro protectic bags are my go-to. As a matter of fact, I have two of them. Same here, Anthony. They make great bags. Low Pro makes great bags. They are durable and you have to take it off to open the main compartment. I have the 450 and it's just showing signs of wear after 7 years. I had mine for now about 7 years, maybe no, mine's about 10, 12 years old and I still use it. It's ugly, it's dirty, it's black. It looks like nobody wants to touch that bag. But that's the best bag. You don't want your bag to look like some brand new photographer that's new on the scene. You want your gear to look beat up, dirty, get it dirty. I know some people, I've seen it in some articles or and some photographers, when they get a brand new something, they take it and put it in the mud and get it all dirty and so that it can look like it's used. You don't want to look brand new when you're walking the streets, especially in other countries. So it's good to dirty your bag up. Like this is my, my photographer's jacket. Has all kinds. It has 1,000 pockets, 1,000 pockets, pockets down here, pockets there. So I carry this, right? So I can even put my camera in here, in these pockets here. I have another huge big pocket for writing tools or whatever, or receipts and stuff. But this is my bag, This is a bag that you wear. So those are your tips. I hope you use them accordingly. I hope that this will help you if you're thinking about traveling as a photographer or becoming a travel photographer. This is going to help you save time and money as you travel. Anthony says, that bag has been to several countries across 3 continents. I sit on it, lay on it, and use it as a footrest. Yes. Use as a pillow. I use my bag as a pillow, footrest. And they're so good because the more beat up it is, the better it is. Let's go to some of the banners and then we'll be done. Here we go, banners. Okay, make sure. I just posted also. Let me take this off the screen here. Get the conversation. Thank you, Ding. Okay, YouTube community. We have a YouTube community tab. Make sure you join us there. What I've been doing is using it as my diary. So if you want to follow my thoughts as I'm traveling, come to our YouTube community page in this community, because we are building a community here, and where I share tips on my travels, what I learned in a day, things I'm learning, things I'm, what I say, thinking about, some of my struggles, some of the things I am trying to figure out. I do it all in the YouTube community. So I started doing that, and it feels good. I just posted something today. I probably will post something tomorrow because there's a couple of things that have happened that I want to share with you. And since it's a community, why not share it there? And it's like a diary for me, and it's a journal diary, and I love it. So again, YouTube community, and if you have something you want to share, put it in there too. It's about the community. Okay, next, if you also are interested in being on our mailing list, make sure you go to ronlouisphotos.com and you sign up for our email. It will pop up on the screen immediately. If you're also looking for an event photographer, if you're looking for an event photographer, that is me. Corporate events, corporate photos, corporate events, neighborhood events, anything that's an event, birthday parties, all that stuff. If you're looking to hire me, I'll be back. I am now filling up my calendar for when I return back to the States. My calendar starts on July 1st. So if you have an event on July 1st or July 2nd, 3rd, or whatever, up until Thanksgiving, let me know so I can put it on the calendar. Obviously, if you reserve, you also leave a deposit. So make sure you do that as well. So next is we're also last, but no, this is not the last thing. We want to make sure we thank our Patreon members. Patreon members, I'm gonna now that I'm back into the swing of things, I'll still be sharing a lot more. Like this lesson is found with the Patreon community. It is only in the Patreon community. So if you want these lessons and you want them lined up, like they're available now today. It's available today, and then it goes private, I think, at the end of the week. So at the end of the week, everything that was public on this week becomes private and only accessible to the paying members or the people that donate to this platform in Patreon. That's where you'll be. Okay. And also, not last, but and definitely not least, if you're in the building, always hit the likes, always hit the like button. And also, if you're here for the first time and you're just seeing us for the first time, make sure you subscribe and we can be here to serve as a community and help you with travel photography. You have questions, you can always put them in the community chat, and if I can answer them, or the other photographers in this community can answer them. That's what community is all about. It's not just relying on one person, it's all of us working together. Okay, I think I got all of those announcements out. I think this was a productive time together. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow's hump day. Hint, hint. We'll see. For those that were tuning in to me on yesterday morning, hint, hint. Hump day. You might be seeing me somewhere that you've never seen me before, and so that's tomorrow. Okay, so I think we got it all in. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hannah says, thank you, thank you. And again, if this meant something to you, let me know. It's always good to hear back from you all. And if you have suggestions of lessons you want to learn or things you want to talk about, especially now that I'm traveling, I can give you fresh, in time information, what's working and what's not working. There's some things that just don't work. But there's some things that are generic and they work all the time. Okay, that's it, y'all. We're out of here. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see ya tomorrow. Later.